What's going on? Enter in the house talking Lightning hockey. Right now, I'm going to talk pucks for a moment. And this one, I'm going to talk about the 2019 NHL draft, in which it takes place Friday on the 21st of June. It's going to start at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, and the coverage is on NBC Sports Network, only on the first round. And the second day of the draft is following days on a Saturday from rounds second to the seventh, and that's at noon Central Standard Time. And we're going to talk about the Lightning, what they are with their draft picks, and they have the first round, the 27th overall, in the third round, 89th overall, fourth round, 120th overall, the sixth round is 182nd overall, and they have two seventh round picks, and one of them it was from the Slater Cuckoo and Jan Ruda trade from the Blackhawks, and in their last pick is the 230 213th, oh not 200, yeah, 213th overall. I don't know why I have it there. So overall they have about 6 draft picks to just select from, and here are the top selections. What they have, what they have going on in the 27th overall pick. That's what I'm going to just focus in on. And here are the defensemen that's listed: Lassie Thompson, Drew Helleson, Tobias Bjornfoot, David Abisher, and you get the rest right here. Those are, that right there is what they shoot, their height and their weight, and the numbers, and their penalty minutes. The guy, and I'm looking at what the Lightning they should go after, in my opinion, is Lassie Thompson, a Finnish right-handed shooter, 6 feet, 190 pounds, 63 games, 17 goals, 24 assists, and 40 penalty minutes. And about Lassie Thompson, his scouting report is that he moves like a forward. He pushes the puck forward. He came from the Kelowna Rockets, if I'm saying that correctly, and that's where they drafted Cal Foote in that junior hockey league. And he pushes the puck forward, very strong passer, and he can get in front of the net, tip in for the rebounds. With his scouting report, he needs to work on in his defense. He could be a bit turn the puck over, and he could get over aggressive right there. But overall, his skill set is pretty good. And Drew Helleson, an American right-handed shooter, very physical player with 6'3", 194, and these are his numbers. They're pretty. Excuse me. In 64 games, he scored 5 goals and 18 assists. He too has a similar build to Lassie Thompson, and he's a very strong skater. And he just needs more seasoning, which except for with Drew Helleson, he's gonna go to college at Boston College, and he's gonna spend like a couple years there. And you have another defenseman I'm here they're gonna talk about. He's a left-handed shooter. He's the Swedish Tobias Bjornfoot. His numbers are pretty good: 11 goals, 11 assists in 39 games. A strong skater, and he could quarterback on the power play. He has a chance to be a top 4 defenseman, or even be on the first pair. And from the reports I'm getting out of him, there's not very rarely any weakness on him. I like all those three guys that the Lightning should target as far as defensemen goes. Lassie Thompson, Drew Hellison, and Thomas Bjornfoot. And those names I have, like the Abishers, Kanos, the Areolas of the world, they could be in the second to the third round range, depending on how their stock goes, how they view these players. And for the forwards, you have right around Samuel Poulin, Raphael Lavoie, Ryan Suzuki, Pavel Dorioff, and Jamison Reese. And the one I'm going to talk about right here that I'm familiar with, two guys that I'm familiar with, is Samuel Poulin, the left-handed shooter, 6'2", 188, 29 goals and 47 assists, with 46 penalty minutes. I'm familiar with him because his father was Patrick Poulin, that played for the Hartford Whalers and the Chicago Blackhawks back in the 90s. And he's a strong skater, and he has the knack of the key goals, and he also has a chance to be in the top six forwards. And Ryan Suzuki, another guy. He's a speedster, a center, 6 feet, 25 goals in 65 games. And his brother is in the VGK minor league system. He was a former first round pick. And you have Pavel Dorioff, 19 games and 17 goals. And he plays left wing and right wing. And to me, this sounds like more of a Alexander Volkov type player what the Lightning have in the AHL and down in Syracuse. He could play any position, and he is also have the capability to play in the top six. And so is Jamison Reese, 5'10", 172, with 10 goals and 22 assists. Those are the guys they'll be targeted in the late first round. I think Samuel Poulin might be the one that's taken before the Tampa Bay selects their 27th pick. And the rest of them, you see they're up for grabs. The early second, early third rounds. You know how that goes with the draft. So anyways, my take on this, I'll stick with 27 reach on a defenseman, or I'm almost surprised they'll trade down to add like a pick or two, since they don't have the second round selection in the draft. It won't surprise me how the Lightning operate. And then this is Julien Brisebois' inaugural draft class. Let's see how that works out. And they'll probably select a goalie right around the third to seventh round range. Who knows? After they traded Connor Ingram to the Nashville Predators, and their depth is pretty thin, the minor leagues right now. And they drafted Verona, the Swedish guy, and they drafted a guy named Olom. I heard he's not doing too well. So anyways, tell me what you guys think. Make a comment. What do you think who they should draft, or what positions they should go after? And until then, Edgar out. Peace. Go Bolts.